Okay, so I watched last night. I'm about to watch the probably Rise of the Beasts tonight, but last night I watched the Last Night, Transformers: The Last Night, and I think that's the weakest movie. like, I think it had a 4.7 out of 5 reviewer score, and I think it's my least favorite movie of the Transformers franchises so far. It's There's a reason I don't remember in the Theaters. Whew. It was not good. Yeah, it has a high score, so I don't know what's going on now. But I was watching it, and all of a sudden I'm the the beginning of the movie had a bunch of kids show up, and I'm like, oh no, we're going for this type of stuff, and I'm like, the kids trying to get out or sneaking into Los Angeles. Was that where Trump Tower was? They went to that. They went to the stadium and stuff. Well, 2 movies ago was where the Dark Side of the Moon. They went to that area, and I'm like, these kids were just the most annoying kids out of the group. And then they had this random street urchin show up girl, and I don't know. She was okay, but again, she's Hawkgirl now, and she played Dora the Explorer apparently. So, uh, I didn't see Dora Explorer, but apparently that's a big casting role for her. But Hawkgirl from the James Gunn Superman, she plays that. I'm like, I know who she is. I didn't recognize her as a kid though, but yeah. But then Matt Wahlberg had to rescue her, and I was like, not mad again, but I'm like, oh, maybe his daughter will show up, and she doesn't. Like I said, she's my favorite female actress out of the other ones. Out of all the other movies, she's my favorite actress of the females. And yeah, I actually think Shia LaBeouf is a better actor than Matt Wahlberg. like, woo! Uh, so then I'm like, okay. Well, we also went to the past where we saw Merlin and King Arthur and stuff, and a giant transformer dragon, which that's the only time you're gonna see that in this entire movie that I noticed. Kind of disappointing. Uh, you see the Knights of the Transformer Knights, which I'm like, okay, so who's gonna be the last knight? I'm like, oh, Optimus is the last knight, obviously. No, it's Matt Wahlberg. He's apparently the last knight. Same thing with Sam. Sam technically would be a knight too because they were both. Their families are related to what was it, King Arthur and his group of people. Okay. Seeing the Dinobots are cool, I guess, again. But I don't know. But yeah, the movie really didn't focus on Transformers at all. Like, Megatron joined the U.S. military just to betray them. Duh. It's Megatron. You guys should have known Megatron was going to betray you guys. And he's going by Megatron now instead of Galvatron, and he looks totally different. He doesn't look like Megatron or Galvatron. Can someone explain how he got an upgrade, please? That would be nice. Like, I don't know. It's just all over the place, which was kind of sad. Like, I was looking forward to this movie because I didn't remember it, and now we're looking back at it. I'm like, I remember why I don't remember it. it really wasn't much of anything. It was mostly Matt Wahlberg traveled around. I know I'm not mispronouncing his name. I know I am. So it's just, I don't know. I don't know. It's just not one of those movies that I'm like, if I was going to give it a score, it'd be a 4 out of 10. It's pretty low. It's lower than Avatar. That's saying something. Like, Optimus becomes Nemesis Prime for a battle. And Bumblebee talks and he's like, oh, I'm back to normal. But here's the thing, Nemesis Prime is black. He's a black and silver truck. Optimus never was black. He was blue and red, which is Optimus. The main villain lady, again, makes a giant portal in the sky, basically, brings Cybertron to Earth. We got that still going on. We get the military guy again. And I think we got the black guy. I can't remember the black guy's name. But they sew up. Like, the black guy showed up for like 10 seconds and gone. He never showed up again. The other military guy went around recruiting Megatron. He's the villain who's been trying to kill you this entire time, and you recruit him as an ally. Sounds like a good choice. The knights are just there. They're not really like anything special. Then for some strange reason, halfway through the movie, there's this new girl shows up, and the little Hispanic girl disappears, and this new woman takes her place for half the movie, and it's like, why is she here? Because he's an ancestor of Marlin. I don't know what this storyline was. It really didn't seem like a Transformers story. It just seemed like here's a sci-fi movie about the King Arthur in modern time with Transformers over top of it. The final battle takes place over top of Stonehenge. Okay? Woo! When I say over top, I mean they literally bring the Cybertron and everything down to Earth over top of Stonehenge. Which apparently Stonehenge is Unicron's head. The tip of his head. So, yeah, that was that. This movie was Earth is Unicron. Which probably means we're never going to see Unicron in live action. Even though he's kind of an important villain. To be fair, Unicron is the most powerful being in fiction because everything in fiction or in real life that is Unicron. So that was that. Just in case you didn't know that, yeah, that toy of Unicron you have sitting on your table is Unicron. He is everything that is him. Representation of him is him. Such a real storyline. That's actually kind of cool. But I don't know. I don't think you would want to be a giant planet that does nothing for the entire movie. There's a giant spike there. Yeah, okay. The main villain is a female robot, which I think might be the second or third time you see her. I think Rise of the Fallen, they had female bots. But I don't think there was any in Dark Side of the Moon. There might have been some in Dark Side of the Moon. But I think it was just this one. And she really didn't transform. She was just a giant squid monster. Yeah. The little girl at the end just shows up just because it's like, oh yeah, we forgot about her. What are you doing on this plane? Oh, I snuck aboard. Didn't explain how. She just showed up, even though how she got to on an American Air Force plane, I don't know. Yeah, let's put it this way. I got bored several times and just leveled up sprites in Fortnite. Yeah, I'm at 37 sprites leveled up. Yeah. Didn't find any new ones, but I got them leveled up. But yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I understand why people didn't really, why I don't remember this movie and like didn't even want to pick it up. I now realize it's like, yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I'm curious about the Beast one. Like I said, one of the other reviews, I think it was Rise of the Fallen. I'm gonna watch Beat the Beast, Rise of the Beast next. Because that's technically in order. And then Bumblebee is technically a prequel to all these movies. So that's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna watch Rise of the Beast and then Bumblebee. Because Bumblebee is a prequel to everything. Even though I thought Bumblebee came out after Rise of the Beast, but apparently it came out between all. So that was weird. I thought it came out like 2023, 2022, something like that. But no, apparently it came out in 2019. I know Bumblebee got a lot of praise, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. I haven't heard anything about Rise of the Beast, so I'm curious. That's like one I'm like, I haven't seen it. I haven't heard of it. I've heard about Bumblebee, and that's about it from movie reviews. But yeah, The Last Knight is probably the most disappointing Transformer one. And it's kind of the same because yeah, I feel like they could have done something, but they really didn't. They avoided actually doing anything that's like drastic. But yeah, Matt Wahlberg just played Matt Wahlberg, who I think he may be the most Mary Sue character in fiction. I think he beats Rey from Star Wars. Like, he can do everything. Sorry. He can do everything. I'm not cutting that out, by the way. Enjoy it. If you see me drop the thing, be like, haha, laugh at me. But he can do everything. And it's like, it's kind of annoying. Like, how did this guy who's a robot engineer become a soldier who is so good at being a soldier that he avoids the military, become a knight that's related to King Arthur? Like, talk about choices. What? Now he's like literally part of the Transformer universe with a transforming sword attached to his bicep. Dude, I actually think he might be the most Mary Sue character in fiction. It's like, I don't like him. I think he's the worst character that I have seen. And I'm saying that as a guy who's like, Ray wasn't bad in the first movies. He ended up being bad. This guy was bad in the first movie and he's still going bad. Woo. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of him. I think it's the worst movie of the series. The kids at the beginning really set the tone for me. Well, they're just like cursing the entire time. Like they wanted to get their curse limit out super fast, so they added the kids, and that's where all the language comes from. And it's like, Yeah. I didn't mind, what's her name, the girl who played with a Spanish girl, Latina girl. I didn't mind her, but I think she was probably the best part of the movie. So seeing the soldier again, he was kind of cool, but man, why did you make so many dumb decisions? Like hire Cybertron to protect you. That guy from the original 3 movies, where he's always like the FBI type guy, he shows up again. And he's just there as like a cameo guy, like, hey, here's a cameo. I'm here. I'm still around. I'm hanging out with Transformers. Yeah, I'm just, I don't know. I don't think it was a good movie. I think, honestly, this was probably the weakest one. Like I said, the reasons I already said why I think it's weak. And I'm gonna go watch Rise of the Beast now, and hopefully that would be better. But yeah, I was just like, this one is the disappointing one out of the group. This is the one that kind of made me sad because I didn't remember it, and now we watched it. I'm like, I remember why I didn't remember it. Yeah, not my favorite. I don't understand why they like. I don't know. I know Matt has a fan base, but I think he's really not that great of an actor, especially in these movies. So, I don't know. I know he's like tired of Hollywood or something like that, so maybe it's because they keep casting him like this. I would be tired of Hollywood if I got roles where I was just like, everything about me is perfect. I'm sorry. By the way, they didn't have his daughter in this entire movie, Tessa. She didn't show up at all. Why? Like, Tessa was the best character in the first movie of his, Age of Extinction, and she's just gone. Heck, even the boyfriend who we kept calling Replicon, a new robot shows up in this one. That's Little Green Robot, and they keep calling him Replicon or Lucky Charms. I'm like, that was the boyfriend's nickname. Why are you giving it to a robot? But yeah, it was one that was kind of disappointing. I don't know. It's just not one of my favorite movies. I think it's because they just gave Matt too much. Like, hey, Matt, you can become superhero now because you have basically Excalibur attached to your arm that's able to literally fight off to like 25 to 30 feet creatures with one arm. Oh, I can block a sword with my sword. Even though I'm still human, but I can do it. Such a stupid, like, he is the most Mary Sue character ever. And that's me coming now, like, I was a Star Wars fan, but I'm not a Star Wars fan of 7, 8, and 9. And here I am saying Rey is not as Mary Sue as this guy. Yeah, it was disappointing. I think that's the main thing. It was disappointing. And I'm going to let you guys go because it's 11 o'clock. That'll be 2 hours. Midnight will get me hopefully it's 2 hours long. I think it's going to be closer to 3, so I don't know. But see you guys. Bye.